Communities across the country are questioning how to best deal with rising addiction issues, all while neighbors, families, and friends are grieving as drug overdoses continue to rise. In 2021, drug overdoses increased by 15% from previous years, with more than 107,000 people losing their lives to an overdose, the highest death toll on record. A majority of those involving the drug fentanyl, a highly dangerous drug. Here in Maine, those numbers of overdoses are continuing to grow as well. News Center Maine's Jack Mulma joins us in studio with more on this issue and how community leaders are taking action. Hey, Jack.
Hey Sam, good evening. The numbers for overdose deaths in Maine paint a scary picture. Deaths have increased every year since 2020. Just last year alone, 716 people died in Maine from overdoses, up around 100 from the year previous. To put that in context, that's around half the population of the city of Palermo. Now today, community leaders who are fighting addiction came together in Portland to remember the friends and families who lost their lives.
Can you feel it? I do, it's coming.
A special kind of service was hosted at the First Parish Church in Portland Sunday.
Every year we go into another year knowing that the overdose rates are probably going to go up.
An artist who's recovering from drug addiction himself, Ryan Page, says Maine is in crisis.
And with the lack of bed capacity and the lack of available treatment options here in Maine, that number is going to continue to climb.
That's why he tells us he's here advocating for lives lost and lives that can be saved.
So on my shirt today represented are a number of my friends and family that I've lost. This is my friend Jeff Prue. This is Denise. This is a good friend of mine, Carrie Morissette. She passed last year.
This year's annual Black Balloon Day comes on the heels of one of Maine's deadliest years for drug addiction. And organizers for Portland's Black Balloon Day share that most of them have been impacted by drug addiction.
She was a bright, beautiful young woman. She was a mother.
Shay Dufour, formerly unhoused and now 2.5 years sober. She says it hasn't even been a year yet since her niece died from an overdose.
She was unhoused, she was homeless, reaching out for help, and sadly, we need more resources to help people with addiction and being homeless. And this is why we have events like these, to make people aware that there's a crisis going on.
More than 200 people were there on Sunday for the special service with Narcan on hand and resources for people currently dealing with drug addiction.
We're family. We are. That's how we consider ourselves in Recover Together.
Randy Beard of Recover Together, a call to action to say Maine needs more resources to help people recover from addiction without having to worry about shelter for the night.
I was that guy living on Preble Street for 20 years who battled a 36-year substance use lifestyle, and I overdosed and was pretty much dead, and some random person found me and saved me when the lock's on.
As Mainers continue into 2023, with a chance to come together Sunday for a special service, educating the public on the dangers of overdoses.
Thank you, thank you.
And with overdoses on the rise for the last few years, it's important to be prepared. If you or a loved one uses hard drugs such as heroin or crack cocaine, you can reach out to the Portland Department of Public Health for training on how to use Narcan. If you don't live in Portland, you can reach out to Maine Access Points. Advocates I talked with today say this really means the difference between life and death, especially if you are the one next to someone who is overdosing. Sam?
Okay, Jack, thank you. A lot of important safety reminders there. And remember, if you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol and/or drug abuse, including opiates, you can call 211 at any time. There, you'll find more information on treatment options, local support groups, and recovery services. You can even find help with childcare and transportation.